Driving under the influence of alcohol can be dangerous in any scenario. However, it can be particularly serious when you're driving commercial vehicles, such as a semi-truck or a bus. For this reason, DUI charges while operating a commercial vehicle in North Dakota can often mean losing your commercial driver's license. If you hold the CDL, it's essential to understand how a DUI charge could impact that license and your livelihood. Possession of a CDL is regulated by the Uniform Commercial Driver's License Act, a federal statute that North Dakota has fully implemented. This act determines what drivers need to do to obtain a CDL and when the government can revoke it. Getting convicted of a DUI is one of the reasons that the state can revoke your license. Typically, if you're convicted of a DUI, your CDL may be revoked for a year. However, it may be revoked for as long as 3 years if you were carrying hazardous waste when you were under the influence. This is the penalty for a first offense. If you're convicted of a second offense, your license may be revoked indefinitely, which can be devastating for anyone who makes a living driving commercial vehicles. It's important to understand that a charge does not equal a conviction. Driving under the influence is a criminal offense that can result in jail time or significant fines, but these penalties can only be applied if you're convicted of a crime. However, the removal of your license is not a criminal penalty. This means that you can potentially have your license revoked even if you are never convicted of any criminal offense. Revoking a license can happen through an administrative hearing. During that hearing, a hearing officer can determine whether you refuse to submit to a BAC test or whether you were driving under the influence of alcohol. Unfortunately, this hearing is not a trial. This means that you are not protected by constitutional rights that you depend on to avoid being unfairly penalized by the government. As a CDL holder, you face different standards for being charged with a DUI. If you are driving a non-commercial vehicle, your BAC must exceed 0.08% for you to be charged with a DUI. But if you are driving a commercial vehicle, you can be charged with a DUI for driving with a BAC higher than 0.04%. If your CDL was revoked after a first offense and the period of suspension has passed, getting your license restored requires paying a $100 fee, getting evaluated for chemical dependency, and completing an SR-22. If you refused a chemical test before losing your license, you may also need to pass your CDL test again. Don't wait after being charged with a DUI. Your CDL is how you make a living. Even a 1-year suspension could put you in financial distress you may never recover from. Contact our dedicated DUI defense attorneys today about protecting your commercial driver's license and your future.